Oh, like I knew a bunch of people, they've had acne for like 2-3 years and then just completely stopped. Meanwhile, me, oh, I almost knocked my camera down. Perfect. Today, I'm going to be making the most hideous, disgusting blind bag you've ever seen. Let's get started. Just a disclaimer here. I know I'm making the most disgusting blind bag there is, probably, but I'm talking reasonably disgusting. Like, I'm not putting bodily fluid, for example. I'm not including actually disgusting things that are like literal biohazard. Bodily matter. Yeah, I think you get the point. So I'm gonna bring out my notebook here. I think I'm actually going to use notebook paper to make this blind bag cover. So let me rip a sheet out. All right, nice. Although this black speck is really bothering me. What? Wait, why are there so many marks on this paper? It's okay, we won't see it because I'm just gonna fold it this way. I'm going to use this as my working surface, so I'm just gonna leave this in the center. Okay, first I'm gonna fold this in half. And then on this face, I'm going to draw the front cover. Now in the center here, I think I'm going to draw a disgusting emoji. I guess I could technically draw disgust from inside out, but disgust doesn't really look disgusting. I'm just gonna draw the regular disgusting emoji from Apple. So first I'm gonna use this compass to draw a circle. Oh my god, that's not centered. It's gonna bother me a bit. Yeah, let me get an eraser. Alright, let's try that again. Let me fold paper in half temporarily so that we know where to start. I'm gonna mark my compass on the fold that we just made. Alright, nice. We have a perfectly centered circle, and let me just draw the facial features of the emoji. Eyes. I don't know if you guys think I'm kind of disgusting. I believe it's been a year since I made that sock blind bag. On that video, a lot of people were asking me if I used used socks for that blind bag. Like, do you think I'm that disgusting? That's crazy. I made that blind bag in the part 2 of the Forbidden Blind Bag series. By the way, let me know if you guys want me to make a third part of that. And I specifically mentioned that the socks I used for the blind bag were brand new. Don't ask why part of these socks were sliced off. I was using that for a different project. I've had those socks in my closet for over a decade. And I was about to throw them out, but since I was making blind bags, I was just like, you know what, whatever. Let's just use it for a video. Why can't I draw this mouth? It shouldn't be that hard. All right, here's our face. Next, I'm going to lighten the pencil marks using this eraser so that it'll be easier for us to color this later on. Later on meaning right now. So I have my colored pencils here. The disgust emoji is green, so let me just find the greens that matches this emoji the best. Okay, these are the ones I picked out, and we're just gonna color. Goodness, this is feeling like an eternity. Oh, I almost forgot the top part needs to be a little bit lighter than the rest. Let me not forget to account for that. This is not looking like the disgusting green of the actual emoji, so I think I need to go in with a yellower green, like this one. Oh yeah, that looks way better. Maybe I should have started with this color instead. A lot of you guys are probably wondering why I didn't use white paper like I usually do. Well, to be honest, I didn't really have a reason, I just felt like it. But at the same time, I do think that challenging myself to use different materials makes these challenges a little bit more exciting for me. Not exactly the same green, but I want to go in with the cheeks now. And now for the green details. Gonna need a darker green. Alright, then here's our disgust emoji. I definitely made the right call to fix the arch of the mouth. I just wanted to add something a little bit extra. How do I say this? Booger drips flowing down from the top. Don't worry, I'm not going to include actual boogers in this blind bag. So I grabbed the most mucusy colored markers that I have, and I'm just gonna test this out one by one to see which one I like the best. I'm looking for like a very tan yellow with a tinge of green. Either. Yeah, that's definitely not it. Let me go look around again. Alright, update. I found it. It's called, I think it's this one. It's brown gray. So we can put these aside for now. I'm just gonna open this up. I guess we can move this away too. I'm gonna avoid drawing over the emoji. I might need to get more Ohuhu markers soon. I'm kind of running out of colors. A lot of them have already dried out by now. Here's the booger drips extended to the left side. You know, it's looking good so far. To give these drips some extra goopiness, I'm going to add some highlights using this white brush tip pen. I don't know if this is actually doing anything. Let me grab my black pen and I'm gonna draw some dotted lines at the top. And then for the title, feeling very uninspired right now. I don't know if you could tell, but I wrote disgust in cursive. It looks like these flies are making the word disgust out of their own trails. All right, now for the back. At the top here, I'm going to write key. I'm going to draw 4 circles on the left margin. And then for 4 rarities, I'm going to choose hygienic. Alright, I think that's right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. Passable. Disgusting. Perfect. Complete with a passive-aggressive smile. Oh, let me bring back those greens and yellows that I used earlier. All right, here they are. I'm gonna go with the darkest green first. Okay, this is passable. And then for the bottom here, I'm gonna write my signature. Alright, now that everything's drawn, we can turn this into an actual bag now. I have my clear tape here. Let's just tape this thing together. This is the first time in my entire life that the taping process has actually gone pretty smoothly. Barring whatever happened at the beginning. But now, I need water. Give me a second. But now let's work on the inside items. All right, let's talk. There used to be this thing called skincare blind bags where people would take a paper squishy face and then pluck off its facial impurities. I think it's really inventive that people come up with ideas like this. And I also want to say that, you know, having acne and, you know, impurities on your face is totally normal. That being said, some of these skincare blind bags, they do scare me a little bit. I remember seeing this one blind bag video of Pikachu. That left me a little bit on edge. That's what I'm gonna be making today. But I'm going to exaggerate it by making it look way more disgusting than it needs to be. But first we're going to make a Meepyblues paper squishy. Well, I'm back here with my notebook. I don't know why I took it out literally 2 minutes ago. I just wanted to be consistent with the paper I used for the blind bag cover, so... Oh, I almost knocked my camera down. Fold this in half. I think you guys know how to make a paper squishy, so I'm just gonna go at this with lightning speed. Here's our Meepyblues paper squishy. Can you focus, please? Normally I don't tape the backs of paper squishies in my videos, but I don't know why I felt so extra. I taped everything in the back anyways. Do you think this will be able to fit in the bag? Okay, phew, barely. If I made it just a tad bit bigger, this probably would not have fit inside the blind bag. Wow, what is with the focusing? Can you focus? I'm gonna have to fix the focusing issue later. It's actually been a week since I filmed this last part, but this is what we have so far. Now, is this guy really disgusting? Absolutely not. Pretty stinking adorable. In order to make this guy look disgusting, we're just gonna put a bunch of crap on him to make him look disgusting. So essentially, this is a skincare blind bag in disguise. I have some scrap notebook paper here. I'm going to use this to make facial decorations to put on top of this guy. We're going to make a bunch of pimples now. As much as I don't want to do this, it's for content. I'm just going to draw 8 circles to act as pimples. That's cute, I guess. I think I'm gonna make the pimples red. Like, I knew a bunch of people, they've had acne for like 2-3 years and then just completely stopped. Meanwhile, me, I still have pimples. In addition to the pimples, I want to add 2 eye bags, you know, 1 on each eye, because, you know, apparently this guy is sleep deprived. I don't want them to look too realistic, you know what I mean? How adorable. Let me find a blue. Is this the right blue? Maybe it's a mix. I think I'm just gonna use both. There's our eye bag. I also want to draw a little booger near its nose area. Alright, things are looking good so far. We have our pimples, eye bags, and booger. I also want to add a buck tooth. And then obviously this one doesn't need coloring. Here's the fun part. I want to add eyebrows to this guy. And then finally, now this is just a personal preference, but I think I'm going to make a beard. I just can't imagine a beard on my icon. And I can't believe I'm doing that today. And here's our beard. I can't wait to see what this will look like on the squishy. I'm going to color in the beard now with this Staples Duramark. With all of our facial decorations done, we need to cover this with tape. Booger. Now I'm gonna cut everything out. Our beard is cut out. Time to cut out my nightmare. Oh, that's aggressive. I have my decorations done. Please, no one sneeze near me. Don't blow my decorations away. We're going to attach these onto our face. My face. Oh, before we do that, I need to add little hair follicles onto these. And now I'm just curling the hairs a bit. I think I unintentionally made eyelashes instead of eyebrows. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I think we should start with the pimples. I'm going to get a tiny strip of tape. I'm going to one by one attach those things onto the backs of this tape. We have 1 lone pimple remaining. I'm going to make vertical cuts between each pimple. All right, we could tape them onto our face. Oh, isn't that just adorable? Next, let's add our eyelashes slash eyebrows. He's homemade, I'll give him that. Are you guys ready for the big reveal? Oh, I can't believe I brought you into this world. I'm so sorry that you guys are going to see this. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. There's no way. We need to be able to fix him up too. He's going to sit tight over here to the side. I'm bringing back the scrap notebook paper. To remove the beard, we're going to make a paper razor. It's just to give the illusion that we can shave off his beard. Now let's color this thing. Here's our completed razor. For the booger and the eye bags, we're going to make a face mask. I'm taking a solid color paper and I need to make sure that this covers the entire face but leaves open gaps for the eyes and the mouth. I think I'm gonna try and trace over the head. How am I going to get the eyes correct? Okay, well, I'm just going to use the power of estimation. Okay, that seems good enough. Okay, so here's our face mask. This looks almost equally as terrifying as this guy. I wanted to make this glossy by covering it with tape, but I already cut out the holes. We do need to make packaging for our face mask though. Okay, I pre-measured this piece of paper out, and then I'm going to take my markers to make a cover for our face mask. Here's our face mask cover design. You know, it's not the best, but now I just need this inside, and then, you know, I think I'm just gonna leave the bottom open because the face mask is sitting too close to the edge. What else do we need? Oh, that's right. I have this. This is a bag from the reusable blind bag video. Last thing before we assemble, we have our You Got paper. Looking at the back, I think you guys can probably guess what I'm going to choose. Alright, our You Got paper is done. Let's just assemble everything together. Ooh, I can't even look at you. Here's the most disgusting blind bag in existence. I find it ironic that I'm going to say this, but I think this is one of the cleanest blind bags that I've made. But now that you've seen the contents of this disgust blind bag, let me show you theoretically how someone will interact with this blind bag. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what kind of content you would like to see next, and I'll see you guys later. Meepyblues out.